Testing, testing. Hi, everybody. Thanks, Dee, for that awesome hit workout. If you're staying for the next class, we'll be getting started in just a few. Gonna wait for some of you guys to gather. You're probably drinking plenty of water after your workout with Dee. Hope you can stay along with me. And this will be a nice complement to the HIIT class if you just took that. And you will be getting a core workout with me here. This whole class is actually, for today, it's going to be a mat-based class. And you don't even need to wear shoes if you don't want to. It's core and more, 30 minutes. We'll be emphasizing plenty of core work, so you'll be working your abs for sure, but core actually wraps around all the way from the front to the back, so there'll be some lower back work. You can probably expect some glute work in this class, inner thighs, all that for me is still part of the core, so that is why I called it core and more. Thanks for jumping on. The first few minutes, if you just took HIIT, the first few minutes will probably feel like more of a stretch for your core and a relaxation, but I'm gonna start the class with a little warm up for everybody, and if you just took HIIT, you'll probably really appreciate it. If not, that's okay. You don't have to have taken the class before this one to be with me here, and I'll warm you up for just a few, and then we'll get right into it. This is a 30-minute class. And take breaks. Remember to pace yourself. I'm going to offer you plenty of modifications. You can use them. I sometimes will be using them too. So they're there for you to use them when you need them. If you don't need them, don't take them. You can try first. All right? Great. Let's see who we have here. We have some new friends here with us. Hi, Dee. Hi, Deb. Deb's on, and Deb is our ergonomic specialist. So if you're feeling like you need a little help with your home office setup, Deb is here for you. Please contact her. She's available for consultations. She's awesome. So, yay! Hi, Deb. Hi, Monica. All right, so we'll get started here in just a few. You guys did a really good job with HIIT. It was not easy. I didn't do it today, but I saw what was going on in there. All right, let me check the time. Oh, okay. Well, it's 12:40. This is a 30-minute class, and it's all going to be done using the mat today. So it's a mat-based class, core and more. Let's get started. And welcome. Thank you for being here today. All right. So go ahead and come down to your mat for me. And we're going to start on all fours here. So wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Abdominals are engaged, so draw that belly in. And let's just start with extending one arm and one leg, opposite sides. So we're going to hold 3, 2, 1, and changing sides. So we're just going to warm up a little bit here, warming up through the core. Switch sides, hold 3, 2, 1, and release. And reach and hold 3, 2, 1, and release. Just a few more here. Try to keep your neck neutral. 3, 2, 1, and lower down slowly. And again, hold 3, 2, try to reach as you lift, and lower down. Okay, and back to your tabletop position. From here, go ahead and drop the belly down and just lift the chin. We're going to kind of just stretch out the lower back here, and then we're going to round and tuck the chin and draw the belly in. Inhale, drop the belly and look up. Exhale, round the back, tuck your chin, and pressing the palms into the mat, separating your shoulder blades. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the lower back, tuck the chin. Just a few more here, just to warm up the spinal column. And Good work. All right, and go ahead and just take a quick child pose position here. Reach those fingertips out. Take a deep breath. All right, great. Let's get started with the workout. We're going to start with an elbow plank today, and I got my handy dandy timer here just to keep myself honest, so I'll be using it during this class. Let's come on down to our elbows. We have a 1-minute plank, and remember that you can take the plank from your knees, or you can come up on your toes, so you can always come to your knees to modify. I'm still very much feeling it in my core, even on my knees. So let's go ahead and get ready for our minute. I'm going to set the timer, 1 minute plank. Here we go. All right, so we're on those toes. Make sure that your elbows are directly under your shoulders here. Your neck is long. And modification, you can come to your knees and keep lifting up through your core. If you're coming down to your knees, as I said, I'm still very much feeling my core engaged even with the knees down. Otherwise, you're holding. You're breathing. Make sure that your hips aren't up high like that. You don't want to be up like a drawbridge here, but you also don't want to be sagging. So somewhere in the middle. We got about 20 seconds left. You're doing great. Keep squeezing your legs together. Keep breathing. Good. Less than 10 seconds. Hang in there. And go ahead and come down to your knees. Great job. All right. Sit back into your hips. So we did our 1 minute plank. Got that core firing already. Let's come down to our tummies here. We're going to fold one arm over the other and place the forehead on the arms, like so. All right, from here, work in the lower back a little bit. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, lifting the chest and the legs together, and then lower down. And again, squeeze up, so the chest and the thighs coming up, and release. And let's go for about 10 here. So we lift and hold, 3, 2, 1, and release. Lift, hold, 3, 2, 1. Good. A few more. Hold, 3, 2, 1. And up. Make sure those eyes are down so that you're not straining your neck. Hold. Long legs. And release. And a few more. Good. How about 4 more? And up. Release. These don't have to be fast. Last 2. Hold. And release. 1 more. Hold. And release. Okay, good job. So, up next, we have another elbow plank variation. I'm going to give you a little variation for challenge now. So come back to your elbows. We have 40 seconds this time. And I'm going to give you the option to pick up 1 foot off the floor at a time. So you can do that with your knees bent or with your legs out straight. All right, let me get the timer going here. We have 40 seconds. Come join me in the plank. All right, from here, if you want to add that challenge variation, pick 1 foot up off the floor and lower it down. Pick the other foot up. So I suggest you just sort of march here at a slow pace. Keep breathing. And remember, you can do this with the knee. That's a fine option. Keep the core tight. Keep your hips steady. All right, 10 seconds here. Doesn't have to be high. Keep those shoulders down away from your ears. Almost there. And you're done. All right, come down to your knees and sit back. Good. Okay, and back to our tummies. Coming to some Supermans here for the lower back. So you can always come back to the first variation we did with the hands on the forehead resting on the arms, or you can extend the arms and the legs all the way out. So from here, we'll do 10, and we're gonna lift the chest and lift the legs together. Here we go, and squeeze everything up and lower down. And again, hold, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Keep your eyes down, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Keep this going. As you go, I want you to think about reaching your arms and legs as far as you can and trying to touch either side of the room with your fingers and your toes. Let's go. We got a few more. Hold, squeeze, and release. And reaching as you lift. Last 3. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Good. Working the lower back. Last 2. Hold. Reach longer. And one more. Reach as long as you can. And release. Way to go. All right. Press up and sit back. Release your lower back. All right. And our final variation for our elbow plank. This time I'm going to give you the option to reach an arm out at a time. Okay? So you can take this off your knees. The key here is that you try not to move your hips as you lift your arms. So come down to your elbows with me. Let's see, we're going to do this one for, let's do 20 seconds here. Here we go. So come into your elbows. Let's go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and reach one arm out and change sides. Reach one arm out. I don't have a whole lot of room here. I got to scoot back. Reach one arm out. Remember, you can take this off your knees. The important thing here is that you don't move your hips. And reach. And reach. Almost there. And last one. Okay, come on down. Sit back and stretch. Good job. And come on up. All right, I'm going to stop the timer here. So we're going to go into some side planks next. Come on down onto your elbow, and the elbow's directly under the shoulder here. You can have the feet stacked, one on top of the other, or you can bend the bottom knee to modify. All right, so we got 30 seconds each side. I'm going to start the timer right now and lift those hips. So remember to keep space between your ear and your shoulder. Keep the hips up nice and high. And modification here looks like this. Bend the bottom knee, keep the hips up. Try not to lean forward here. We're really close. Got about 10 seconds. Hips are up, abs in, breathing, reaching, 4, 3, 2, and release. Good. We're going to go right to the other side. And we have 30 seconds, same thing. Did you find a modification that works for you there? Hopefully you did. 30 seconds, you can stack the feet. Remember, you're in a straight line. Elbow, hips, and ankles are all in one straight line. Check that first. And then, once that is all set, elbow under the shoulder. Here we go for 30 seconds. Come on up, reach up, lift the hips. All right, so watch that you're not dropping your head. Keep space between your ear and your shoulder. Good, nice and strong. You can do this. This is nice, I don't have to count. Good. Holding, breathing. I got the handy dandy timer here and we have about 5 seconds. Can you lift a little higher? Woo. 2, 1, and release. Great job. Okay, good. So let's turn onto our backs now. We'll take some traditional crunches for the rectus abdominis, so the front six-pack ab area. Yes. So go ahead and lie on your back, bend your knees, and hands behind the head. All right. So go ahead and lift the shoulders up, and I just want you to find it. So find that contraction through the abdominals. Feel like your belly is doing the work, and then release. And exhale up. Find it every time. And release. Good. And exhale, come up and squeeze the belly. And release. Try not to pull on your head or neck. Hold. and release. Good. Keeping some space between your chin and your chest here. Find it every time. Good. And focusing on those abdominal muscles. Good job. See if you can keep that lower back kind of engaged with the mat here as well. And a few more. Exhale and hold. And release. Last two, and we're going to hold the last one up. Next one we hold up at the top. And if you want a little challenge here, you can extend your hands for 10, 9, 8. Can you reach a little higher? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in and give yourself a little back massage side to side. Always feels great. Okay, come on up. And we're going to go to our second variation for the side plank now. So, start on the first side that you were on. And this time, I'm going to give you the option to do a little hip dip. So you can lift and lower your hips. You can do it with your knees bent, with the bottom knee bent, or both legs stacked. So let's go ahead and start. How many seconds do we have here? Oh, we have 20 seconds. Not too bad. I'll start the timer now. All right, so come on up, and we're going to lower the hips and lift. And lower. Keep your neck in line with your spine. Try not to drop your head. Good. And it's only a few inches, so if you feel like you're not really going too far, that's probably right. Good, and lower down all the way. Good job. Change sides. We have 20 seconds again. Whew. You start to kind of work up a little sweat doing this stuff too, so that's a bonus, right? All right, elbow under the shoulder. Legs are stacked, and you can always bend the bottom knee to modify. If you're just joining me, welcome. Here we go, 20 seconds, and hips are stacked. So we touch the hips down and lift, and touch the hips and lift. Good. Stay nice and strong, and touch and lift. Remember modification here. Bottom knee bent. Just a few more. How about one more? Hold and release. Good work. Okay. Back onto our back. We'll do another crunch variation here. So, I'm going to fix my mat here so I'm centered. All right, back onto our backs. So for the next variation, you can have your legs straight, or you can bend your knees. If you want to ease up on your back a little bit, keep your knees bent. And the fingertips are behind the head. From here, we're crunching. Remember to find that abdominal contraction and release. Remember, options here, legs up straight. And if you want even more of a challenge, you can take your legs down to an angle. Just be careful of your back. So I always want you to come back to that idea that you want to keep the lower back close to the mat, pressed into the mat. I'm going to keep my legs straight up and keep crunching. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Remember, if you need more, you're here. How about 5 more? You can bend your knees, or you could go back to that original variation with no legs up, with your feet flat. Last 3. Remember, find it every time. 2. Yeah. Don't pull on your head or neck. 1. Hold it and release the hands. If you want a little bit more of a challenge here, we're going to hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. All right. Whew, we are rolling now. Good work, everybody. So from here, we're going to go into some scissors with the legs. So go ahead and extend both legs up. The head can be released here for now, and the palms down by your side. If your lower back is bothering you, or if you need a little bit of assistance with this, you can always put your hands under your hips, but only take that if you need it, okay? So from here, we're gonna cross and switch the legs like scissors, and cross and cross. So keep going. We have 45 seconds here, and I didn't hit the timer. You keep going. All right, we got to stay honest here with our time. Now, keep the legs as straight as you can, and you can make your scissors smaller if you need to. Otherwise, go for the full range of motion. If it's a little bit easier for you to lift your head, you can do that. Or if you like your head up, that is fine. Either way, you can have your head released and a little bit quicker here. Good. Keep this going. Whew. Oh, yeah. Remember to pace yourself on this one. We have about 15 seconds left. So we're moving down to the lower abdominals here. Switch the cross. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, man. All right. Hug the knees in. Good. How'd you do with that one? Whew. Come on up. Okay, so for our last side plank variation, we're only going to do 10 seconds on each side because this one's a pretty big challenge. And remember, you can do it with your bottom knee bent. I'm going to give you the option to lift the top leg up, okay? So only 10 seconds on each side. Let's just go for it. Stack your elbow directly under your shoulder. Stack your feet. Lift your hips. Top arm up. And here we go, 10 seconds. Woo! Bend your bottom knee if you need to. Try not to sink into that hip. Hold it there. And come on down. Woo! Almost lost it there. Okay, let's change sides. Go ahead and shimmy over to the other side of your mat. I like this class because you don't have to wear shoes. Right? That's always a bonus. All right, elbow underneath the shoulder, stack the legs. So remember, we're lifting the top leg. You can bend the bottom knee. Do what you need to do there. We got to do this for 10 seconds. Let's get it going. Here we go. Lift the hips, lift the arm, lift the top leg. Hold it, breathe. Oh, we can do it. We can do this. Woo. And 3, 2, 1, and down. Oh, you made it. Good job. I knew you could do it. All right. Sit up and just shake it out a little bit. You guys doing all right? Thumbs up. Good. Going back onto our backs. So it's called core and more. It's not all core and abs and back. There are some glutes involved, okay? And because the glutes are part of the core. So go ahead and lie on your back and bring your heels almost to your fingertips and then walk them out just a few inches. From here, we are going to lift those hips up, drive your heels into the mat, and then squeeze your glutes together on purpose, okay? So we're up in a glute bridge right now. Your lungs are nice and open, you're breathing, and without releasing the contraction, we're gonna lower an inch and come up. Let's do 10. Lower an inch and come up, squeeze. Lower an inch. So I'm not lowering my hips down to the mat. I'm keeping a constant contraction on the muscle. Good. And hold. Make sure you give me that hold at the top. That's where the magic happens, friends. So don't rush through that part. Hold it. You don't have to lift too high. You can modify and just go halfway. And a few more. Come on, really squeeze the glutes together. Yeah. And 2 and 1. Hold it at the top for 5, 4. Really tighten 3, 2. Squeeze the abs 2 and 1. Release. Okay, hug those knees in. Release your back. Oh my gosh, your core is going to be so awesome after this. I'm telling you. We're going to get it done here. Next variation. Let's take some heel slides. So your option 1 is just going to be pressing the heels out like so, giving me some heel slides for the lower abdominals, or you can make it a little bit, you can ease off a little bit by taking it higher, okay? So modification would be up, or you can take it low here with me. All right, we're going to go 45 seconds. Let's set the timer, And here we go, heel slides. So coming back to that idea of the lower back being pressed down into the mat, if that's not happening for you, that should be a signal that you may need to take the angle of your legs up a little higher. All right, and if you want, you can lift your head. Good. And really press the heels out away from you. Yeah, imagine that you're walking through water here, and you really need to create that extra resistance. Let's go. We got 15 seconds. Woo. Oh, yeah. We are lighting it up. Press the heel out. Yeah, almost there. 2, 1, and hug those knees in. Good work. Okay. Hopefully you are feeling good and feeling strong and ready to go. So moving right on. Next variation, we have our second glute bridge. Now, if the little pulse thing was working for you, and that may be all you need, stick with that. Let's all go ahead and start with the heels next to the fingertips, walk them out a few inches, and come back to that glute bridge. So again, you can stay here, or if you want to try this, you have to promise me that you're keeping your hips steady, and I'm going to let you pick one foot up off the floor and extend the leg. Keep your knees side by side, and don't drop the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the foot down softly, soft as a feather. Oh yeah. Other side. Let's try it. Here we go. Extend the leg, knees side by side, and holding. Now keep the hips up. You promised. No twisting. For 5, 4. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing through that supporting hip. 2, 1. Place the foot down softly. And all the way down. Good. All right, that's how we get it done. Rock side to side, and then rock to the front and just push yourself up. From here, we're almost done. I'm going to do a time check here. Okay, we got a few more minutes. Perfect. So let's focus on the waistline a little bit. The oblique muscles, always an area that we want to give a little extra attention to. So we're going to stack the knees one on top of the other, bend them and bring them forward a little bit. And from here, all right, so find a little comfy spot. You're not right on your hip bone here, otherwise it will hurt. So find a comfy spot and then inhale. As you exhale, squeeze the elbows to the knees and then release. Okay, try it again. Elbows to the knees and release. Good, so you're trying to crunch up and you're working on that muscle group right in there, right there. Good. And again, come up and squeeze. 2, 3, and release. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Yeah. How about 3 more? 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Hold it. Try to touch. And 1 more. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good job. From here, a little extra challenge if you want it. If you want to try this variation, you can try it with the legs extended. Yes, you can, and you can extend your arms straight. So we're going to do one of these guys. Now, if that is too much for you, come back to this variation that we were just doing. Let's go. We have 8 of these. Let's go. 8. Woo. Come on, try to touch those toes. You got 5 more. Using the sides of your body. And 4, 3. Remember, this is totally fine with me. You're going to feel it either way, I promise. 1 more. And take it down. Okay, release the head. Release the head. Last thing on this side, and then we'll do it all on the other side, then you're done. Okay, so extend the legs. Take them out to a slight angle. So they're not in a straight line with your hips anymore. They're out to the front corner. And then lean forward slightly. Okay, you're going to use all your might here. Hi, guys, I'm waving back at you. All right, use all your might. Inhale. As you exhale, squeeze the legs up in one unit and then lower down. Try this again. Squeeze and lower down. You have 6 and 5. Hold it. Good, so the head is released here. It's coming up slightly, but it's not doing too much work. It's really the hips and the obliques here. Last 3 and 2 and hold it, hold it, hold it, and release. Woo! All right, other side. Anyway, all right, I did feel that, and if you need a little stretch here, take it. We're going to do the other side, and then we're good to go. So join me here. The first thing we did 10 of the bent knee to elbow. So let's go right into it here. Elbows to the knees and release. Squeeze and release. Exhale and inhale. And you want to concentrate on using those side tummy muscles here. Try not to roll back. Come on, go for it. Maybe this side feels a little easier, and it's probably because we haven't really gotten into it. Keep going. You have 3 more. It'll kick in a second. 2 more. 1 more. Squeeze and release. Okay, so you can stick with that variation, or you can extend the legs out, arm out straight, and bring everything up together. So inhale, exhale, squeeze, reach for the toes, and lower down. Reach for the toes, lower down. Try to keep your neck long. Let's go 5 more. 5. You can do it. 4, reach for those toes. 3, reach for them each and every time. Come on, I really want you to find it. Find that contraction. 2. 1 more, and hold it. Hold, hold, hold. All right, release the head and neck here. Bring those legs to the front at an angle. If it's too hard to lift both legs, you can just lift one, or you can bring the bottom one up towards the top. All right, so we have 8 total. Legs lift in 1 unit. Let's do this. Here we go. And inhale, exhale, squeeze up and lower down. And squeeze up and lower down. Let's go. 6. Try to relax the shoulders. 5. Really make it only about this little chunk of your body and your hips. Good. Last 3. Come on. You're almost there. Last 2. 1 more. Hold it. Hold it. Lengthen. And woo, good job. All right, sit it up. And go ahead and sit up for me. Great work. Nice and tall. Sit up and just take a little side stretch. Great. So we nailed it. And from here, we'll take a stretch for the front of the body, flip over onto your tummy, and come to a little modified Sphinx pose from yoga. So you can come onto your elbows here and just reach your chest up. You can look up a little bit. If you want more of a stretch, come to your hands. Be careful of your back there. And just take a deep breath here. Keep lengthening your neck, dropping your shoulders, feeling the stretch through the abdominals. You might have to walk into your elbows a little bit. And go ahead and sit it back. 1 quick child pose. Come on up. You guys are all done. Great work. Join me at 4 for a quick stretch break. If you're a little tight, I got you covered. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for joining me.